Walt Harris and Kenny Constable here at trackside, the Oakland Coliseum Arena in this championship round game between the Jolters and the Pioneers. And Jolters girls couldn't hold off the Pioneer girls that time. They were not to be denied, and this Pioneer girls team is going to get stronger because Sherry Eric, don't forget, is out with an injury in this game. She'll be with them when they open their series against this Jolters club. Also, their new addition will be with them, and that is Debbie Cho. So they're two real strong girls that will be coming into this Pioneer lineup. Right now, the men are on the track, and we have JoJo Stafford and Mike Moore moving. We have Gary Lorenz in pursuit. Nick Scope is coming up. He's a little ways back. There's a Jolter blocking out there. Oh, man, that hurt. Buddy thinks that one of his skaters got in there before that jam was cut off. Officials do not... That was true. Buddy saw it, and the officials saw it. They cut off the jam, but not in time. Right now, the men are on the track, and we have JoJo Stafford and Mike Moore moving. We have Gary Lorenz in pursuit. Nick Scope is coming up. He's a little ways back. There's a Jolter blocking out there. They cut off the jam, but not in time. Lorenz had gotten in there. So there were 3 points on the play for the Pioneers, while the Jolters picked up 6. So the score goes to 40 for the Pioneers, 39 for the Jolters. 1 point now separating these two clubs. So the Pioneers, with a good hustle that time, were able to pick up 3 points when they looked like they were going to be shut out on the play.
That's right, Walt. That's where a second effort can do it for you. Don't give up, even though you've been put down. Stay in there. You can get the points, and that could be a play that makes a difference in the game.
Great philosophy, Ken.
I listened to Bud Atkinson.
Well, here we go. The Jolters got 2 men out again. They're getting that big first effort underway. They have Charlie Gibson, they have Ted Tausch in the play, and Bill Hill in pursuit, and Bob Hines in trouble. Ronnie Robinson's back there to try and protect him, and he is going to do the job, and it's Bill Hill scoring for the Pioneers. And he scored 2. Stevens and Cattell working on Bob Hines, but Ronnie Robinson was behind them. He decked the 2 Jolter jammers, and Bill Hill went by Stevens and Cattell, picking up 2 points. A great play in there, 42-39. The Pioneers now lead the Jolters by 3. With 9:06 to go here in this championship round game, and this is the final period of action. Kenny, why don't you pick up the action as these jammers move out?
Right, Walt. Pioneers, comfortable position now, in front by 3. They haven't been there much of this game. Jolters have had the advantage. They have it right now. Both jammers out. JoJo Stafford, the man with the experience. Mike Moore, the amazing rookie for the Jolters. Pioneers, 1 man outnumbered. Nick Scope is taken out. He's back up and moving, but a long way behind. Jolters, Moore, and Stafford moving towards the rear. Jerry Cattell setting up a point. There's a Pioneer over the rail. Jolters, 2 jammers moving. The pack lifted high. They're in and call it off. And the Jolters come right back. 8 Jolter points, they say, on that play. And Walt, that turns this game right around. The Jolters lead it now by 5 points, 47-42. Jolters, Moore, and Stafford moving towards the rear. Jerry Cattell setting up a point. There's a Pioneer over the rail. Jolters, 2 jammers moving. The pack lifted high. They're in and call it off. And the Jolters come right back.
That's a surprising game, the way it's going back and forth, right and left. The men on this Jolter club certainly are bigger and stronger, and it's their physical strength against the speed of the Pioneers. But now the Pioneers, they have to come back again, and they've been doing it repeatedly in this game. But they're going to have to do it before this game runs out. 47-42 is the score. The Jolters by 5.
Jammers dropping back to the rear of the pack now. We'll have another one underway here. Pioneers need to pick up a few again. They've got the jammer they need. Johnny Rice out on top. Cal Stevens out with the Jolter pivot helmet on. And Stevens twice the size of Rice. Rice hustling, trying to stay in the lead. Stevens the long strides inside. And he takes Johnny Rice out. Jolters again the advantage. The big man, Cal Stevens, moving on the pack, and Ronnie Robinson will be there on defense. Robinson set and waiting. Stevens up, elbow by Ronnie Robinson. Stevens digs him. Bob Hine back. Hine with a block on him. They rotate it. Robinson cuts loose with a block. Hine with a block. Now they send Johnny Rice back with a block. Stevens triple team now. Bill Hill back, and the entire Pioneer squad in the action. Larry Smith with a block on Cal Stevens. Robinson back in again. Stevens is hurting right now. A block by Bob Hine with 2. 1, it's over. And there is no score on the play. Cal Stevens defensed by literally the entire Pioneer team that time.
They all got a piece of him, Ken. But the score still remains 47-42, and it's the Jolters on top in this championship round game. Don't forget I have an interview at the end of the game. Also, don't forget it's your Pioneers opening their home stand against the same Jolter team. 47-42 the score. We have 6:05 to go in this championship round game. Bob Hine with a whip there, and it's Nick Scopus on the jam. Let's see, the Jolters finally get a man out, and it's Joe Stafford, elbows flying. Buddy Sr. in the track yelling at Scopus. Scopus gets the sidestep in there on Stafford, and then he hits him with the shoulder block, and that eliminates Joe Stafford. Nick Scopus showing you all the wise tricks that he's picked up through the years he's been in the bank track. Bob Hine back to the block for him now, another great veteran, number 57. Bob Hine out for over a year with a broken leg. Come back to be greater than ever. They put Cattell in the box, go right around him for that point. Now they're going to try for more. Robinson leading the charge on Stafford. There's a block by Robinson. A whip backfired. Scopus gets up, cuts off the jam. A whip into that turn by Bob Hine to Scopus, and Scopus hit the deck. He wisely got up and cut off the jam before the Jolters could grab the lead. Scopus on the jam. Bob Hine back to the block for him now, another great veteran, number 57. They put Cattell in the box, go right around him for that point. A whip into that turn by Bob Hine to Scopus, and Scopus hit the deck. He wisely got up and cut off the jam before the Jolters could grab the lead. Settled for the 1 point they got when they put Jerry Cattell in the box and went around him. 47-43 the score. Don't forget, in answer to a lot of requests, if you want information on the training center, if you'd like to be a skating star, get the information by writing to Roller Derby Training Centers, Post Office Box 1827, Oakland, California 94604. Write to that address, and we'll get the information for you on the training center nearest you. 47-43, and it's Johnny Rice, a kid you gotta like because he puts 110% effort into his game. And Cal Stevens is whipped out of there again on the jam by Joe Stafford. Cal Stevens in pursuit of Johnny Rice. Scopus came on the track to warn Rice that Stevens was moving on him. He can set himself this way. Stevens moving on him. They're moving on the pack. Robinson back there. Robinson with the block on Stevens. He's down. Robinson on Cattell. Rice scores 1. Bob Hine on Stafford. 2. How many? 4? Look at the girls in the infield. Joni Weston there. Buddy Sr. Look at the fans. Cal Stevens in pursuit of Johnny Rice. They're moving on the pack. Robinson back there. Robinson with the block on Stevens. He's down. Robinson on Cattell. Rice scores 1. Bob Hine on Stafford. 2. How many? 4? And score all tied up at 47-47 in this championship round game. Ronnie Robinson showing you why he's one of the greats in this game. A tremendous blocking out there on that play. 3:45 to go in the game. We're coming down to the wire in this championship round game. The Pioneers and the Jolters. Stevens out that time. He wasn't equal to the task. Not when he was hit with that block by Ronnie Robinson. This is where the Pioneers' speed pays off. Fresh, fast Jolters. Fast jammers every play. Let's get that straight. But it's the Jolters getting the first man out. Mike Moore, and whipped out of there now is Gary Lorenz, 56, in pursuit of Mike Moore. Each team with a jammer out on the play. Moore with the lead now. Gary Lorenz staying right behind him as they're moving on the pack. Bob Hine back to the block, number 57 for the Pioneers. 3:13 to go in the game. They're moving on the pack. Bob Hine blocks out Mike Moore. Cal Stevens with the block and Gary Lorenz. Cal Stevens again with the block in there. Mike Moore being blocked out by Bob Hine. Bob Hine with a leg block on Mike Moore. Shoulder block in there by Stevens. On Gary Lorenz, another block in there by Cal Stevens. Neither one can eliminate the opposition so they can help their teammate. These jammers are staying on their skates out there. Lorenz hit again. Mike Moore hit by Bob Hine. Stevens puts Lorenz against the rail, but he comes fighting back and runs into a leg block. He goes down. Mike Moore moving in Bob Hine. Bob Hine slows him down. Lorenz is up again and moving. His time's running short on this jam. Moore put down, he's back and moving in. Stevens puts Lorenz out on the floor. Moore put on the rail by Bob Hine, who then gets away from McCall. Stevens block. Bob Hine doing a tremendous job back there for the Pioneers. The time is running out, and that is it. Time runs out. No score on the play. Credit Bob Hine with a great job in there for the Pioneers. 47-47 the score remains. We have 2:20 to go in this final period of this championship round game. All the girls on the infield are standing, trying to keep an eye on the action. And believe me, it's tough on that infield watching the action because they're going around and around. It's worse than watching a tennis match. And they're going at tremendous speeds out there on the bank track. 2 minutes to go in the game. Going to be John Rice. Going to be Nick Scopus for the Pioneers. Ted Tauscher will be one of the jammers for the Jolters. Whipped out of there first, Nick Scopus. And it's JoJo Stafford and Ted Tauscher in pursuit now of Nick Scopus. He has the lead. He's pouring on his speed. Buddy Senior on the track, yelling at him, telling him what to do. Nick Scopus pouring it on. Stafford trying to catch him, and he can't catch him. And down on the track is Bob Hine, and Scopus forced to cut it off. Jerry Cattell or Cal Stevens got a shot at Bob Hine, put him on the deck. Scopus doing a great job on the jam. Had to cut off the jam. If he had not cut off the jam, the two Jolters following him on the jam would have passed Bob Hine for a point apiece. So a great chance there for the Pioneers went down the drain. You know, only the lead jammer can cut off the play. That's the motion of the hands on the hips. But you don't have to have the lead to score, and that's what could have happened on that play. We have 1:05 to go in the game. Remember, this jam can go the full 60 seconds. This is the 8th period of play of this championship round game. We're right down to the wire, 47-47. 55 seconds to go in the game. But this jam, if it starts before time runs out, it'll go the full 60 seconds. 47-47. Jammer's trying. Jerry Cattell is out of there for the Jolters. They're sending out the big blonde tiger. Cal Stevens going with him. And Ronnie Robinson to challenge these two men. Ronnie Robinson, 58 to challenge Cal Stevens and Jerry Cattell. Here's a real test of strength and ability on that bank track and speed. Robinson in the middle. We have 30 seconds left in the game. We have 42 seconds left in the jam. Robinson, great block in there, has the lead. He has the lead. Bob Hine leading the charge. Here's two, and he cuts it off, and he wins the game. With 18 seconds left, they'll never get this back organized for another jam. Helmets are flying. The girls are screaming on the infield. The fans are raising the roof here at the Coliseum. As the Pioneers, with 7 seconds to go, have won a game here over the Jolters in this championship round, 49-47. Robinson, great block in there, has the lead. He has the lead. Bob Hine leading the charge. Here's two, and he cuts it off, and he wins the game. With 18 seconds left, they'll never get this back organized for another jam. Roar from the crowd as they love this Pioneer club, just as they love them in the Midwest, as they get a win here over the Jolters in this championship round game, 49-47. Remember, I have an interview coming up with the Pioneers. I think it'll be Buddy Atkinson Sr., the scorer at the end of the first half, at the end of the second half, the end of the championship round game, with Buddy Atkinson Sr. coming on next in an interview. The final score, the Pioneers 49 and the Jolters 47.